comfortable out there early. You got to start pressuring him. Key number 3, how about a little bit of carryover for Mr. Michael Pineda, the Prince, rookie pitcher of the month, 4-1 with an ERA just over 2. He's looking to avenge his only loss this season against the Texas Rangers. The M's are hoping that the April surprise becomes the magic of May, Brad. So those are my 3, and I'm hoping I got check after the game.
We shall find out after the game. Yes, as we mentioned earlier, Safeco a whole lot different than Arlington as Pineda gets the Rangers here at Safeco tonight. Up to the booth, the gentleman calling the games, Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, the guys we were kind of wondering how the good play with the good momentum from that road trip continue. Well, it certainly did last night.
Little of everything, too, Brad. A lot of terrific ingredients in the win last night over the Texas Rangers, the first of the season. Let's start with defense. In the first inning, Eric Bedard struggles, thwarts the first couple of guys, and Michael Saunders comes through big.
Well, and I think the defense has been a big part of the success of the Mariners lately. As you see, Michael Young drives the ball out in the left center field. There's Michael Saunders with the great catch, backhanded, because you had to run a long ways for that. But then you also have to score some runs, and this has been one of the big hitters in the middle of the lineup. Justin Smoke does it again, comes through with another RBI to drive in a run. And needs some help. Jack Cuss actually starting to swing the bat better, looking a lot better at the plate. And last night he comes in a situation where they bring the left-hander in to pitch to him. He gets a hanging breaking ball and hits it hard back up the middle. So that's part of what you need if you want to win some games. But I think the main ingredient has been the pitching and the defense with a little bit of timely hitting.
Indeed, 2 games back in the standings. Can you believe that here on this 4th of May? Michael Pineda, he's the pitcher of the month in the American League, the rookie pitcher of the month, a Banner Bank building to the future. He's been outstanding. He makes his 6th start here tonight. He's won his last 4. He's put up some outstanding numbers. He's really making a name for himself. This is what he did against Detroit.
Overpowering at times. We all know about the big fastball. He had a little bit of trouble in the 2nd inning, but the thing that's impressive about this young man is he was able to get it back on track, pitched a nice game. It'll be interesting to see the Rangers. It'll be the first team that Michael has to face for a 2nd time and see how they change to adjust to him.
C.J. Wilson will be his opponent tonight. C.J., the ace of this ball club for the Texas Rangers, a 3-1 record. He beat the Mariners earlier this season back on April 6th, besting Felix Hernandez. And this should be a very interesting ball game tonight. C.J. Wilson against Michael Pineda. We've had a great day here in Seattle, and tonight maybe it continues as the Mariners roll along. And this is one of those days where you hear the phrase, "This is why you move and live here in Seattle." That kind of day coming up. Evening baseball. It's the Rangers and the Mariners, game 2 of a 3-game set. First pitch action straight ahead.
Brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By the new Quest 5-year price lock promise. Visit quest.com/promise for details. By Honda. See your local Honda dealer and discover the great values now being offered. And by the Emerald Queen Casinos. You love to rock and roll? Then you're going to love this. Joan Jett, May 21st. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, friends. Angie Mentink here. In between the M's and Rangers going at it, we got a few other storylines that we're following for you. Now, the Mariners are shaking up the division. Yesterday, the A's lost. Also, the Angels lost. We'll let you know what's going on in those games today. Also, the Dodgers, Andre Ethier, and his 29-game hitting streak. What is going on there? He was held hitless today, but the streak is still intact. I'll let you know how that's possible. But for more on the Hometown 9, we kick it over to Jim Mueller.
All right, thank you, Angie. Eric Wedge saying of his team earlier today that he feels they're getting a little bit better in all areas, and that is leading to a big difference. A reward, he calls it, in the form of wins. For all of that hard work, all of that extra work that they're putting in, that has led to a confidence boost, which is so critical for guys, particularly at the plate.
It's all in your mind, and I mean, if you're confident, you know, you've got a chance, and you know, so just try to stay as confident as possible, and you know, hopefully get the job done.
I think it's just one of those things where you go into the game, if you have that confidence going into the game, you're going to go out there and you're going to pitch with whatever you have. I mean, it's you got to have confidence in your repertoire of pitches that you have, regardless of how good of a day you're having. You know, whether you're not hitting spots or whether you're pinpoint accuracy. It's just one of the things. You just got to trust what you have, and Wedgie said it in spring training all the time, is know how good you are. And that's just one of those things where even if you don't feel the greatest, you still got to have that confidence to know that your natural ability is going to be able to take over when the time comes, and you're going to be able to get the job done.
Confidence is high for the Mariners, particularly with the phenom rookie Michael Pineda on the mound tonight facing C.J. Wilson. It's the M's and Rangers. Game 2 of the 3-game set next on Root Sports.
Finally, comfortable night here at Seattle, Washington. Welcome to Safeco Field, everybody. This is Mariner Baseball. It's the Mariners and the Texas Rangers, and an 0-1 count to the leadoff man, Ian Kinsler, as Michael Pineda is out there for his 6th start, second time around against the Texas Rangers. Pineda's first big league start, April 5th, went 6 innings in a 3-2 loss to the Rangers. Mariners win last night by a count of 4-3. It's Kinsler takes a big hack. 2-2. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, the Root Sports crew with you on this Wednesday, the 4th of May. 59 comfortable degrees here at Safeco Field. Wind out of the southwest at 5. Gone is Kinsler. Struck him out. 1 down. Take a look at the Texas remainder of the batting order for tonight.
Hitting third is Michael Young, off to a great start, hitting .339. Mitch Moreland is the one that was able to get the Pineda down in Texas. He's hitting 7th, hitting .274. Nelson Cruz out of the lineup. Josh Hamilton out of the lineup. Looks a little bit different.
Cruz out with a quad injury, and last year he was on the DL several times because of hamstring injury. So another night without one of the fine right fielders and power hitters in the game. Here's Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. He came in as a pinch hitter last night in the 8th and laid down a beautiful suicide squeeze, and he sends a base hit up the middle.
Nice short swing from Andrews. Out in front of that pitch a little bit, but does a nice job of not rolling over on it. Bill Bradley back out in left field. Saunders in center. Ichiro out in right. Ryan and Wilson are up the middle. Justin Smoke swinging the bat well. He will be at first base. And then Miguel Olivo, your cleanup hitter, will be behind the plate.
Big Michael Pineda taking on Michael Young. Michael Young, top 10 in 9 offensive categories in the American League. Great first month. And went 1 for 3 against Pineda back in that April 5th meeting. Home plate umpire is Brian Gorman. And Michael Young and Ichiro, we're used to seeing those guys at the top of this, at or near the top of this list. Michael Young 1 for 4 yesterday. Ichiro, he went 1 for 4. Swing and a miss by Young, and he is gone. With 2 strikeouts by Pineda.
Michael turns it up a notch. Just went the best fastball so far, 97 miles an hour. Right on the outside corner. Miguel Olivo doesn't even have to move his glove.
So Pineda, fastball, slider, change. Pumping 98. We've seen that a lot. Here's Beltre. Adrian 1 for 4 last night. The first inning RBI on an error by Figgins. And drives on the right. Ichiro towards the line, going hard. Can't get it. One hop off the fence. Flying is Andrus. He gets a stop sign, runs through it. Here's the throw to home, and he's in safely. Dave Anderson had the big stop sign up, and Andrus kept on coming. Scored from first, and Texas has a 1-0 lead. A double and an RBI. Former Mariner Adrian Beltre.
Adrian's able to slice this ball down into the corner. It's running away from Ichiro. He can't close the ground on it. Once it gets by him, Andrus with good speed and 2 outs. Nothing holding him up, as Anderson did try to put the stop sign, but it looked like Andrus looked up as he rounded third, made his own read, and took off for home.
David Murphy, the hitter, the left fielder.
Take a look at Anderson. He can pick up his coach right now, and then he'll look, see him look, and then he takes off. Makes up his own mind that he can get in there, and it was a good read on his part.
1-0 Rangers, 0-1 to David Murphy. 2 down. Well, you got a chance to let it all out. Andrus, big part of last night's ball game. That 8th inning suicide squeeze, the 2nd of the year. Murphy 0 for 4 last night. Good win for the Mariners last night, 4-3. Texas went out front 1-0. Mariners tied it. 6th inning, Texas goes up 2-1. Then 3-1 top 8. The Mariners pick up 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. RBIs by Smoke and Cust for the win. 0-2. As you mentioned, Brian Gorman behind home plate. Larry Vanover, the umpire, at first. Tony Randazzo at second, and Dan Bellino at third. Eric Bedard. Eric Bedard, a heck of a performance last night after a shaky first inning. 33 pitches in the first inning. Could have really been blown out, as you talked about in the pregame, Mike. That catch by Saunders was huge.
You have to catch a break early, and with the struggles that he had in the first, you need something good to happen, and that was one of them. Nice job by Saunders to pick him up. But after that, he came out, he threw the ball as well as we've seen him. Only gave up a couple more hits, and I really thought he threw the ball well. His off-speed pitch, especially his breaking ball, was really nasty last night.
Took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 to Murphy, who's been putting up a battle here. Lines one hard, right field. Ichiro over to his left, and scoring is Beltre. And Texas seeing Pineda for the second time around. A quick 2-0 lead. RBI for Murphy, his 10th. Beltre's RBI. Previous hitter was his 25th, giving him the team lead.
Take a look at Murphy. Short swing. Bangs it into the hole. Ichiro playing over towards right center field. The time he runs over and picks it up at Beltre, we all know he runs well. Scores easily on the play.
We talked about second time around for these Texas Rangers. First team to see Pineda for the second time. Eric Wedge talking about, hey, we have to react off of what they do. So Pineda's got to go out and pitch his game, and then they'll react accordingly. Baseball, as everybody knows, adjustment to an adjustment to an adjustment. Strike on the inside corner. Yorvi Torrealba, the catcher. Torrealba 0 for 3 last night. Didn't get the ball out of the infield. 1-1. Pineda here in the first inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. He's given up, trying to end it right here. All in 2 strikes to Torrealba. Pretty good distinction there. Rookie pitcher of the month for April, 1-2. Strike 3 call. Torrealba knew it. 3 strikeouts in the inning, but for Texas, they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits and leave them in. 2-0 Rangers with the Mariners coming up. Glad you're with us here in Root Sports. Ichiro will get things going when we come back. So Texas jumps on top of Michael Pineda. A couple of runs. C.J. Wilson, ace of the Texas staff. He'll be facing this lineup tonight, Mike.
I'd like to see Ichiro and Figgins get on base. Both of them have been swinging the bats well. Bill Bradley back in the lineup. He will hit third. Justin Smoke, 3 hits in last night's ball game, including a couple of RBIs. And Jack Tuss comes up with the RBI to put the Mariners ahead. Numbers for C.J. Wilson. So far off to a nice start. 3-1. His ERA to 3.35. 40 in the third innings for him. Defense behind him, Murphy, Bourbon, and Mitch Moreland getting the start. He'll be out in right field. On the infield is Beltre and Andrews on the left side. Kinsler, Chris Davis to start at first, and Torrey Abel will do the catching.
Christopher John Wilson out of Huntington Beach, California, faces Ichiro. Ichiro, Mariners team leader in RBI and hits, total bases, runs scored, and stolen bases. Solid single to center field last night in the third inning, going 1 for 4 with a run scored. All right, Ichiro's Bleacheros. All right, I like it, not bad. Reminds me of the Hoggets of the Washington Redskins. Off the plate. Last outing in Oakland for C.J. Wilson. He lost that one. Prior to that, he'd won consecutive games against the Angels and the Royals, and Ichiro caught looking. Not a believer. 1 out. So Ichiro's body language speaks volumes right here. He didn't think this was a strike.
No, I don't think he liked it at all.
Stunned disbelief.
Yeah.
Figgins digging in a toe hold, coming off a 1 for 4 night last evening. Goes the other way, gets it by the first baseman Chris Davis. Mitch Moreland up quickly to get it. Base hit for Figgins. Figgins with his 24th hit of the season.
And John does a nice job of letting the ball work deep. Just slaps it inside the bag. A lot of times you might end up with a double on that, but Moreland playing him over that way.
Figgins, the 24th hit, he ties Justin Smoke for second place in the hit parade on the Mariners ball club behind Ichiro with 40. Milton Bradley back in the lineup. Sands most of his beard, although it looks like he just gave himself a trim. He was out of last night's game serving a suspension. Being thrown out of the game and making contact, mainly for making contact with the umpire over the weekend. Disputed play in Boston. Wilson steps off. Figgins 3 out of 7 in base stealing thus far. One to 1 to Bradley. Career 210 hitter against C.J. Wilson. Custin Smoke getting it done offensively, especially Justin Smoke. Bradley trying to join that parade after a long struggle as he looks at strike 2. 1 for 17 on the trip. C.J. Wilson lost his last start on the 29th of April. 3-1 to Oakland. He went 7 innings in that game. 4 times he's got into the 7th inning. Ball 2 to Bradley. Milton recently breaking a long over. He went 0 for 20 from the 20th of April to the 29th. Little looper. Kinsler going back. He's not going to get a base hit. Getting to third is Figgins to the Mariners with 1 out. And runners at the corners here in the 1st inning. Bradley drops 1 in.
Take a look at it. He ends up getting jammed on this pitch. You can see him holding his hands over at first base. Yeah, that one's right off the label. You see the bat vibrate. I'm sure it's probably broken. Sometimes that bat will get jammed back further into your hand. You'll end up with a bone bruise. And he'll end up getting a base hit, but you can see he's not happy. His hand is, you know, you see those guys that have that rubber donut on there sometimes to protect themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that later with Milton.
Miguel Olivo continuing to bat in the cleanup spot. He's done a good job. Miguel 1 for 3 last night. Laid down a bunt. 1st inning that Pedro Strop misplayed. And I think he wound up with a base hit. Give you an idea how well he's swinging the bat as the cleanup hitter. 10 for 35, 286, 9 runs, a double, 2 homers, and 4 RBI, and 3 walks as a cleanup hitter. 1-1 from Wilson. Taking for ball 2. The Mariners trying to get a couple of runs here. Texas. RBIs from Beltran and Murphy in the top half of this inning. 3-1.
We've seen this from Wilson early in games. First couple of innings, things aren't going well. They'll start to nibble a little bit, and that should really play into the Mariners' hands this year. They're a patient club. Get themselves into some good counts.
Fast runners out there. Figgins at third, Bradley at first. The pitch popped up, out of play. Full count now to Olivo. Ranger defense, double play depth. The pitch 3-2. Set to center. That should be plenty enough to get Figgins home. Bourbon to center field makes the catch. He'll get it back in, and Olivo picks up an RBI. It's a 2-1 Ranger lead. For Olivo, his 9th RBI.
See Miguel, not much of a stride, just trying to put the ball in play with 1 out and a runner on third. Gets in on him a little bit, but he's strong enough to hit it deep center field. Figgins speed scores easily.
So Figgins gets on and they score him. It's a 2-1 Texas lead. Justin Smoke coming off a very strong game last night. 3 for 4 for Justin last evening with a run scored, and more importantly 2 runs batted in. A ground rule double in the third. Ball bounces off the fence. It probably picks up 2 RBI in that 3rd inning blast to right field. Strike 1 to Justin. Club leader in doubles, homers, RBIs, slugging percentage, and on base percentage.
CJ topping out at 92 miles an hour. If anybody should have a good scouting report on Justin Smoke, it's the Rangers.
Open to right field. Kevin on Marlin. Not going to get it. So the inning continues here with 2 on, 2 out. A Smoke drops one in. 3 hits here in the first inning for the Mariners.
You look at Justin pitch off the end of his bat. It's not speed pitch away from him. Stays with it. You can see Moreland. He was playing really deep. The Mariners have been able to flip a couple of balls into right field for base hits. Keep the inning going.
They'll bring up Jack Cust. Cust with a game-winning RBI last night in the 8th inning. Got a base hit up the middle. 1 for 3 night and an RBI. Strike one. Jack Cust, he's really picked it up.
See what he's done over his last 6 games, hitting at a .333 clip. 3 doubles, 6 walks, no surprise there. He's going to get a share of walks. 4 RBIs, a big one in last night's game.
Well, his confidence is growing, obviously, with those numbers, and Chris Chambliss likes the fact that he's hitting a lot of balls to right center field. I mean, left center field, beg your pardon, as Torrealba loves to throw. Yesterday, in the game winner, he pulled it. We saw him double off the Green Monster in Boston. On the day, he struck out 4 times. He got a 5th at bat and doubled to left center in Detroit.
Well, and I think because he's hitting the fastball the other way, it kept him on that breaking ball that he was able to get last night. Just kind of hung out there, but he was in good position to hit it hard, and that's exactly what he did.
2 strikes to Jack. Two on here for Cust. Breaking ball hit foul. Michael Pineda up to a very good start in his rookie year. April Rookie Pitcher of the Month. Rangers got to him. 2 runs on 3 hits in the top half of the inning. Mariners trying to get a couple more up on the board here. 2 strikes to Cust. Got him on a breaking ball, and that'll do it for the Mariners as Wilson gives up a run on 3 hits. It's a 2-1 Texas lead. Straightaway center field in the upper deck. Good to have the youngins in the ballpark. And this year's Ichiro bobblehead night, it's this Friday. Felix Hernandez and the Mariners play host to the White Sox First 25,000 fans receive the most collectible Ichiro bobblehead ever. This edition is going to keep track of every hit. So to lock in your seats, Ichiro Hit Counter Bobblehead Night, courtesy of Root Sports. Go to mariners.com/tickets. Bottom third of the order against Michael Pineda, Mitch Moreland, Chris Davis, Julio Bourbon.
Well, both starting pitchers had their issues in the first inning. Throwing a lot of pitches. Seems like Mariner-wise, we've seen that out of the starters, but they've all been able to bounce back and really pitch well. So we'll see if that happens for Pineda as his fly ball is hit out to center.
One out.
Michael in his last outing, it was the second inning that gave him some issues. And then he was basically unhittable, it seemed like, after that.
6'7", 265. Got his hat cocked to the left, just like Felix Hernandez and CC Sabathia. I think a bunch of other guys do it that way. 98 is what he topped out at. Mitch Moore, there's Chris Davis now after Moreland flies out to center field. Strike one. Talking to Ron Washington, fine manager for Texas, about Pineda, said he showed us great command in his first game. Showed what he had. He says the key is to make him throw strikes, and the key for us to hit strikes. So what about seeing him for the second time? So there's no advantage when you have an arm like that. In terms of the Rangers seeing him for the second time. This kid's pumping 98 in there. Swing and a miss. Pineda ahead. Out Chris Davis, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 97 right by him. 2 outs.
After a couple of sliders, one just a get ahead slider and then another one in, comes back with a good fastball and throws it by Davis.
Strikeout number 4 for Michael Pineda. Here's Julio Bourbon, the center fielder. Popped up, playable for the shortstop Ryan or Bradley. It's going to be Ryan with the catch. A 1-2-3 inning. Pineda from San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic, same hometown as Francisco Liriano, threw a no-no yesterday. Saunders among those coming up in the bottom of the second. We are at the end of I-90 right here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, the Root Sports crew as we begin the bottom of the second inning. A 2-1 Texas lead. Very pleasant night, 61 degrees here in Seattle. Jack Wilson, Michael Saunders, Brendan Ryan, bottom third of the order for the Mariners. Jack feeling pretty good the way he's been swinging the bat of late. 238 right now. A lot of these Mariner hitters on the way up the scale, not down. That's one fouled off. C.J. Wilson coming off some hamstring issues in spring training. Says he's almost 100% right now. One and two to Jack.
The Mariners were able to make him throw 23 pitches back in the first inning. Jack fouling some pitches off, making him work again here in the second. Mariners have really done a nice job offensively against other teams' bullpens. And they can run the starters. Usually score some runs late in the game.
Well, they definitely want to get to this Texas bullpen because they are really down. Pedro Feliz unavailable. Aaron O'Day's unavailable. Jack Wilson's going to beat this out. He's going to make it. A strikeout. Wild pitch. So strikeout, wild pitch. And Jack Wilson's aboard.
Looks like Jack swings at a breaking ball. It is. Torrealba didn't quite get his body over in front of it. Hits off the heel of his glove, and Jack hustling down to first.
Texas Ranger bullpen right now has been an Achilles heel. Feliz and O'Day out. We saw Pedro Strop last night. He's having problems. Mark Lowe just getting back with the ball club. He's available tonight. Former Mariner. Here's Saunders. Looks at a pitch down low for ball one. Strikeout for Wilson is third. If the Mariners can capitalize here, Michael Saunders 1-0. A piece of that 1-1. Saunders 0 for 4 last night. Couple of strikeouts, a ground out and a fly out. Saunders with 1 home run. He hit it against Cleveland back on the 10th of April. Miss at high heat. 1-2. Broken bat up the middle. Nice relay, and they'll get the one as Kinsler flips with his glove to Andrus for the force.
Ball ends up jamming Michael, and Kinsler makes a nice little flip. Andrus does the right thing. Michael runs well, had no chance to turn two, but a nice play by the second baseman.
We're going to talk about plays from second baseman. Brendan Phillips last night or yesterday afternoon for Cincinnati had a slow roller coming to him, and as he charged, he flipped it between his legs, through the 5-hole to the first baseman Gomes, who was just thrilled and surprised and excited. Play was in time. The throw was in time to get the out. It was a heck of a play. Asked Jack Wilson about that. He says, I don't have the guts to turn that one.
Did he do it with his bare hand or his glove?
He did it with his bare hand, coming in hard on a slow roller. Bare hand, flipped it between his legs for the out from about 25 feet. Bouncer up the middle. Andrus will take this one, and he gets a step and throw double dip. That'll do it for the Mariners. Here in the second inning, it's a 2-1 Texas advantage. 2 in the books. 3 game set. Time now for AT&T Trivia question. Who is the first Mariner player to win the Rookie of the Month award? A. Mark Langston, B. Ken Griffey Jr., C. Freddie Garcia, and D. Ichiro. I know one thing, Freddie Garcia lost the game tonight against Detroit. First Mariner player to win Rookie of the Month award. I will go with Mark Langston, A. I will go with Mark Langston.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay, good call. Check swing. Charging is Figgins. He throws out Kinsler for the first out.
Nice play by Figgins. A lot of times you'll see a swinging bunt like that, and the third baseman will come in and just try to barehand it. Figgins, knowing that he has some time, go ahead and use your glove. That's what you have it on for. And a nice play, gets rid of it quickly. Throws Kinsler out.
One out here in the third. 4 strikeouts already for Michael Pineda. No walks. 2 runs on 3 hits. Elvis Andrus. Andrus laying down that suicide squeeze last night. He's 2 for 2 in that category. And first time he did it was against the Angels. A couple of weeks ago, and Ron Washington said, yeah, Mike Scioscia turned it around and got me with one the very next night with a suicide squeeze. They've been going back and forth at each other with the squeeze. Wash said that Scioscia put one on in spring training, and that one gets by Olivos. They have a chance. Here's a throw. Yes, sir. Well done. It's like Smoke got stepped on in the process. So strikeout 2-3. Fortuitous bounce helps out Olivo.
Take a look at it. Andrus takes a swing at it. Olivo, though, the good news is that you're right, David, hits the backstop and bounces back to him in pretty good shape. The other thing, it doesn't hurt to have a strong arm, which is what Olivo has. It looks like he did. He just got the toe of Smoke.
Pineda now. 6 in a row retired. Swing and a miss by Young. What a hack. Michael Young crushed the ball last night in the first inning. 3-2 pitch, deep left center field. Saunders ran it down at the Nikon. So he did commit. 0-2. Pineda 0-2 to Michael Young. Hey, struck him out. That's an assertive third inning by young Michael Pineda. He's got 6 Ks already through 3. It's 2-1 Texas. Sports. Take a look at some of the signs here in the ballpark this evening. We'll see the top of the order here in the third. Ichiro, Figgins, and Bradley against C.J. Wilson. Run on 3 hits in the first inning. Mariners leave 2. Double play wiped out the second inning. Ichiro down the line, foul ball. What a contrast the way you watch these divisional opponents, Texas Rangers, the way they defend against Ichiro, with Murphy pretty much hugging the line, the center fielder shallow and in left center, as opposed to what we saw in Boston. They played him straight away and almost and considerably speaking deep, as Andrus boots this one big time. It should be an E6. It'd be his 8th error. And Ichiro's aboard.
As Dave was mentioning the defense, Andrus in good shape to make this play. And you're right, he just kicks it. That'll be an error.
Defense has been a problem for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, they're last in the league in defense.
Chance here for Figgins. First 2 guys on, see what you can do. Takes the ball. Figgins with a base hit to right, his first time up. Ran and scored on the sacrifice fly by Olivo. Beltre in on the grass at third base. Figgins looks at their strike, 1-1. Figgins with a slow rise through to get off the highway, if you will. The being under 200 starts today at 207. This is at bat at 214. So looks at the ball, 2-1.
Well, when you start to pile up some at bats, you have to crawl your way out of it. Figgins knows that. You're not going to get it all back in one day.
Figgins with a miserable start last year, finished strong. Second half.
I think it's been a little bit different this year, though, for him. Although he's off to a slow start, I felt like over the last few weeks, especially, he swung the bat better. It just didn't have. For a while there, he was going through about a week where he's hitting the ball hard and just couldn't get any hits. So he felt like eventually that was going to change, and it certainly has. And that's why we see his average steadily going up.
.286 hitter, second half last year. Fouls it off. Started the season .235, and he had to work to get there. As you mentioned, .286 over the last 74 games after the All-Star break. It's 2-2. Good battle here. Play Figgins, shallow and towards right. Full count.
And just the opposite of Ichiro. Moreland in right field is playing over towards the line and shallow. Take a look at it.
Nobody out. Ichiro at first. Mariners down a run. Wilson ready with the 3-2 to Figgins. Ichiro takes off. Into the shortstop, Andrus. Underhanded Kinsler for one. Davis can't make the scoop. Figgins makes the turn. He'll get the second easily. Who's the Mariners' first player to win Rookie of the Month award as we revisit our trivia question? I went with Langston. Mike went with Ken Griffey Jr. The fans they split down the middle. Survey says Ichiro, April 2001. Everybody wrong.
I think that's the first time this year. Usually one of us gets it right.
Yeah, really.
Just made Curtis's evening.
That should have been a default answer. It's the first time the award was given out. He was the winner, and so was Albert Pujols. How about that? 1 out, 1 on. Milton Bradley.
Well, it turned out, or it was looking like it was going to be a nice play by Andrus and a good decision to go to second. Ended up not helping the Rangers at all with the ball being thrown away, and a good read by Figgins right away. A lot of times after guys hit first, they'll just pull up there, but he took off right away for second and got himself in the scoring position.
RBI after for Milton Bradley, who's got 12 on the season. Two 2-0 to Milton. 12 RBIs, tied for second with Ichiro. Loper, right center, coming on Moreland, not going to get it. Figgy caught halfway, but he'll make it to third. So the Mariners with runners at the corners, 1 out. Milton Bradley with a second bloop hit. He's 2 for 2.
Both hits almost identical. This one gets in there again, not quite as badly as the first one. Milton still finds some outfield grass. Figgins not sure if the right fielder was going to catch it, so he holds up and then moves on to third.
Here's Olivo. He's going to be the hitter now. He drove in the Mariner only run. 3-2 pitch at a sacrifice fly to center field, scoring Figgins in the first inning. Rangers 2 runs in their half of the first inning. Beltre and Murphy with the RBIs. Olivo drive to deep right field. Going back, Moreland near the track. Makes the catch on the track. Figgins scores. Tie ball game. Bradley to second. He's in there safely. So Miguel Olivo getting it done tonight. A couple of sac flies have tied it up here at 2-2. Where Olivo gives him 10 RBIs on the season.
And again, Miguel not trying to do too much. As the runner wants to get a ball up in the zone, that's a little above the belt. Easy to elevate it, stay out of the double play, and pick up another RBI. Smart hitting by Olivo so far here early in the game.
Smoke with a chance to give the Mariners the lead now. Bradley, a fast runner at second base with 2 outs. Outside to Justin. He got a bloop single to right his first time up. Rick Griffin with Miguel. Been a terrific addition to this ball club, Miguel Olivo. Really strong clubhouse presence. 2-0 to Smoke. The Mariners battle back. They've tied it up 2-2. Michael Pineda, meanwhile, if you're just joining us, has retired the last 7 men that he's faced. He struck out 6 through 3 innings. 3-0 to Smoke. Smoke off a 3 for 4 performance last night on the road trip. He went 5 for 22. 2 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Eric Wedge's been known to give a lot of 3-0 green lights. Takes it for a strike.
He looked like he was going to swing if he had a pitch he wanted. That pitch on the inner half, probably looking out over the plate. With as hot as he's been, why not let him hack away, hitting 382 off of left-handers.
(3-1) to Smoke. Dribbles it down the line, goes foul. Beltray. Get a good look at it. Good look at it on Ultra Mo. 3-2. Bradley at second base. Mariners have tied it, looking for a lead right here. Play Smoke straight away and deep. Pitch from Wilson. Swing and a miss. Smoke goes down swinging, but the Mariners do tie it. A fine night for Milton Bradley. A couple of singles and a couple of sacrifice flies by Miguel Olivos. Tied to score 2-2.
Peace. Hi, friends. Angie Benting here at the Northwest Sports Desk. The Yankees follow the Mariners into Detroit. Maglia Ordonez. Stop me if you've seen this before. It takes the first pitch he sees off of ex-Mariner Freddie Garcia. Smashes his first home run of the season. Tigers shut out the Yankees. That's our Sterling Savings Bank score, 4-0. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Angie. 2-2 ball game, top of the fourth. Here's Adrian Beltre to lead it off. Beltre, David Murphy, and your Torrealba. Beltre with an RBI double to right. First inning. Pitch fouled off. Beltre has no surprise. There he is, that routine where he just beats himself up. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm surprised he hasn't broken a toe, hurt the arch of his foot, because you're right. When he was here, he did it all the time, still doing it. But he will flip that bat around. Something like that.
In the short time he's been away, I forgot about it. With the severity that he beats himself up with. That's unique. With a capital U. 0-2, and a breaking ball gets Beltre looking. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts, 7 total for Pineda. 1 down here in the fourth. Oh, man, today's game brought to you by Budweiser. This year, Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com, Budweiser, to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Watching Pineda pitch here. Here he is in the fourth inning. He's got 7 strikeouts. He's retired 8 in a row as he looks at David Murphy.
42 pitches, 35 strikes, just 7 balls so far.
Boy, a lot to like there. And This one flipped foul. Takes me back to the conversation at Saturday in Boston with David Ortiz. Big Papi says, listen, 3 things he tells Pineda. Focus, number 1. 2, take care of yourself. 3, take advantage of having Felix Hernandez by your side as often as possible. This one dribbled down to Smoke Nuts. Backhand, easy, 2 outs. The other thing the Big Papi told me that just blows me out, and part of the Dominican solidarity and keeping the game going, passing the game down to the younger guys. He says, I'm going to get you together with Pedro Martinez. So
not a bad idea.
Get him together with Pedro Martinez. This kid was starstruck when he was with Big Papi the other day. He says, listen, get you with Pedro, teach you a couple other things. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine without him, but we just want to add to that. But I'm going to try to kick your butt when I get in the box.
I think that man standing out on the mound right now feels the same way. One of the things I've noticed about him is I think along those lines, Dave, is he's definitely taking it all in. He's always, when he's not pitching, when it's not his night, he's the one that's up on the front step watching everything.
Jamie Navarro was talking about on the pregame show. He likes to get here 1 o'clock. There's Carl Willis and Eric Wedge. Jamie Navarro, he's the bullpen coach. This one fouled off, and he's been with Pineda since A-ball. And they room together here in Seattle. And Jamie has been a tremendously huge partisan for Mr. Pineda. A huge effect. There's Jamie out in the bullpen with the fellas. Oh, 2. So Pineda from San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic, same hometown that produced major leaguers Raul Mondesi, Jose Guillen, and Irvin Santana. Hit on the ground right to Jack Wilson. Takes his time, throws him out. So Pineda on a nice little roll here as he's retired 10 men in a row. It's a 2-2 ball game. Sports is brought to you by AT&T. Buy Jack in the Box right now at Jack in the Box. Get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Washington's Lottery. Play together, win together. Beautiful day at Alki. Great day for a walk. Get out there, have some fun. 61 degrees it topped out today in Seattle. You can see Mount Rainier from the city. It was gorgeous. Jack Cuss leading off against C.J. Wilson. Jack a strikeout victim his first time up. C.J. struck out 4. Hasn't walked anybody. Pineda struck out 7 with no walks. Couple of sac flies by Miguel Olivo accounting for the Mariner runs. for power hitter. This guy has one of the keenest eyes I've seen for a while. What about you? I mean, in terms of what he wants to swing at, it seems to have it down to such a fine line.
Well, I think he's always been that way. He's always taken a lot of pitches. And it goes both ways. I think at times, you know, you're going to get your walks, and certainly helps getting the pitcher's pitch count up, obviously, but you're also going to end up getting in some counts where it gets tough. When you're in the 0-2, 1-2 counts, it makes it difficult, and I think there's a happy medium in there for Jack. And we've started to see that. He's been swinging a little bit more early in counts, and I like that.
And he takes a walk for Jack, his 31st walk of the season. And we're only on May 4th. This Sunday, Little Leaguers going to be honored and welcomed at the ballpark. Mariners host the White Sox. Future stars 14 and under take home a poster featuring Mariner pitcher Jason Vargas. Thanks to Pepsi. For tickets to Little League Day, go to mariners.com/tickets. Here's Jack Wilson. Jack's good at the push bunt.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
That walk by Cust is 23rd. Ties him for the moment with Miguel Cabrera for 3rd in the league with 23rd. Batista with 30 and Bobby Abreu with 24 starting today. Gonna get out of play. What's that vibration here? Woo.
And I can tell you, when you hit a ball off the end of the bat like he just did, that vibration, you feel it in your hands.
That was from his first at bat in the 2nd inning. He's 0-2 here. That's not a lot of giggles. Breaking ball, foul back.
So he ends up hitting this one right off the end, just gets a piece of it, and he does. Surprised that we didn't see a chip flying off the end of his bat. He has a cup bat. Sometimes when you hit it off the end, a piece of wood will come off of there, but it looks like his is all right.
One and two. C.J. Wilson beat Felix Hernandez back on April 6th. And for his career, 7-4 record, 4.92 ERA. C.J. used to be their closer. Last year became a starter. CJ's a race car enthusiast. Involved in some secondary circuit Grand Prix racing. He's also done some film producing. He is from Southern California, and he's been involved in doing some commercials over the years and during his time with the Rangers. Everybody trying to follow the lead of the Mariner commercials. 1-2 pitch. Looking for a hole. He finds it. Base hit for Jack Wilson. 2 on, nobody out here for the Mariners.
Jack gets an off-speed pitch, is able this time to keep his hands back just long enough, and then finds a hole over on the left side of the infield. I would guess with the way Michael's throwing the baseball right now, and Saunders lefty on lefty, I wouldn't be surprised to see him drop a bunt down. Certainly worked for Miguel Olivo in last night's ball game. C.J. Wilson, a good athlete. You're going to be able to just get one in the area. He's going to have to put it on the line or just on the grass. See Beltre on the grass. His job is to read the bunt right away and make a decision to either come get it or cover third.
Popped it up, out of play. Boy, could have break there. Saunders 0 for his last 10 and trying to get his second sacrifice down.
You can see how close Adrian is. Beltre over at third base, and again, he just wants to read the bunt. If it's bunted firmly, he'll have to come get it. Otherwise, he'll give his pitcher, C.J. Wilson, a chance to field, and if he does that, he'll cover third.
Swinging away, Saunders fouls it out of play. 0-2.
That's another thing I think that Michael will learn. Squares around a bunt, fouls it off. If the manager takes it off, he's taking it off because he has a pretty good idea. But the pitcher's just going to throw a fastball up there thinking you're going to bunt it. Give you a chance to get the barrel out there a little bit quicker and not foul it off.
Saunders in an 0-2 hole.
And that just comes with some experience. I'm sure that Eric Wedge, Chris Chambliss will talk to him about that.
Cust at second, Wilson at first. Swing and a miss. Saunders is gone. Fifth strikeout for C.J. Wilson. One down here in the fourth.
Right at the top of the strike zone. He's climbed the ladder on Michael on a couple different occasions, and he has a good enough fastball. You're not going to catch up to it in that area, especially if you're behind in the count.
Bring up Brendan Ryan for the second time. It has been a struggle. Hit into a double play last time up. One for his last 18. Hit hard. Line drive, Kinsler. And they will double up Jack Wilson. And the Mariners are done in the fourth. Boy, that's baseball. Square it up, hit it on the nose, and line into a double play. 2-2 ball game. In the fifth. And these guys, particularly the guy on the right, grooving a Steppenwolf here at Safeco Field on the Larry Bernandez takeoff on the Felix Hernandez commercial that we're running here. It's a pretty good campaign. Dropping some peanuts in the air. That's pretty funny. 10 consecutive hitters retired by Michael Pineda. He struck out 7, hasn't walked anybody. Shutout ball since the first inning. Bottom third of the order again. Mitch Moreland gets into one deep right center field and way out of here. About 15 rows up. Moreland got to Pineda in his debut down in Texas, and he does it again. It's 3-2 Rangers. for Moreland, his 4th home run, his 11th RBI, and nothing cheap about that one. Goodness gracious.
And it looks like he jumps on a fastball just to get ahead. VP fastball. Oh, by the way, it's 94 miles an hour. Up and out over the plate. First home run Pineda has given up this year, and it's Mitch Moreland, the guy, as David mentioned, heard him in Texas and does it again right here.
408 feet of trouble on that one. 3-2 Rangers. Ron Washington said he's going to throw strikes. It's our job to hit strikes, and Moreland certainly came through there. Swing and a miss by Chris Davis.
You're not kidding. 50 pitches, 42 strikes, just 8 balls.
Quick going to Davis, a strikeout victim, back in the 2nd inning. Pineda threw 8 pitches. Look at those quick innings, the 2nd and the 3rd. 4th wasn't too shabby either.
We've seen that from him. He'll have an inning where he will throw 20+ pitches. But because he throws so many strikes, he has the ability to get his pitch count back in order quickly, and that's what he's done in this game, and he finds himself behind.
Here's a drive deep to right. Will it stay fair or foul? It is a foul ball. Long ride by Chris Davis.
And this time it's a hanging slider, just leaves it in the middle of the plate on a 1-2 pitch. He likes to bury that to the left-handers, but this one he leaves up in the zone. And because it was the slider, he ends up hooking it foul.
Chris Davis, he's got some pop. The 09 team, he hit 21 home runs. He's a part-timer. Struck him out. Olivo holds on to it. That's strikeout number 8. One down here in the 5th.
Well, you're not going to get him off of throwing his fastball. He puts Davis away with a good one. Outer half of the plate.
There's Bourbon, popped up the shortstop. Fouled off of Olivo. Last time out in Detroit for Pineda, Jimmy Navarro wanted him to slow down a little bit. Says, give yourself a rhythm, take a breath, give yourself a chance. He was so excited and so pumped up. He was like having a catch out there. 6 innings, 101 pitches in that win at Detroit. The 0-2 chop foul. That's the kind of splits you want to see. Maybe the best we've seen by a Mariner pitcher to this point in the season. This one flipped foul. I think I'm going to just go out on a limb and say it is the best. Not even close, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think the difference is, well, you remember Cliff Lee. He used to talk about that all the time. He'd like to have a game where he was single digits and balls thrown. I don't know if that's possible, if anybody can get away with doing that.
Well, we may get to see Mr. Lee in June when the Phillies come to town. 1-2 to left field towards the line, coming over Milton Bradley. Foul ball. That one topped the triple digits at 100 miles per hour.
You know, and you look at it right now, 60 pitches, 50 of them for strikes, just the 10 balls. Sometimes throwing a ball, well-located ball here and there is not a bad thing. Straighten some guys up a little bit, move them around. They certainly
popped up, playable. Coming in is Ryan. No, Figgins will cut in front. He'll make the play. 2 outs. Check out the Mariners calendar. It's brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up with Texas tomorrow. Then Ozzie Guillen and the struggling White Sox come to town for a weekend, and then it's back east to Baltimore and Cleveland. And then that third week in May, a lot of teams playing the 2-game series, the vaunted, the lovely, the desirable 2-game series.
Glad you enjoy them.
Good God, if you're on the road, it's murder. Then go to San Diego. Strike one to Kinsler, his third time up.
Yeah, you really have to do a good job with your packing. Because you can't just take everything out and put it in the dresser when you get into your hotel room. You have to kind of work your way through your suitcase. You don't have time for all of that.
That's experienced traveler MikeBlowers.com.
2-game series.
Yeah, right?
Who came up with that? I don't like it.
Return to sender. Address Safeco Field. 0-2. Gladly put my return address on that complaint. To whom it may concern, sir, madam. Fouled off again. Mariners have won 6 of their last 7 games. They start today 2 games out of first place. Pitch fouled by Dave Anderson, third base coach. Pineda trying to end it right here in the 5th. He tried to gas that one big time. 97. Did guess at 97. See him really rear back and put a little extra on that one. 2-2. Hit high. Left field for Milton Bradley. So Pineda gives up his first home run of this season. It was nothing cheap about the shot by Mitch Moreland. The Rangers lead at 3-2. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Pizza Hut and the new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. Now get your favorite toppings and cheese baked right into the crust. And by Budweiser, official beer of the first inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Snoqualmie Falls in its beauty and splendor. Ichiro leads it off against C.J. Wilson, a 3-2 Ranger lead on the Mitch Moreland home run in the 5th, leading off. First home run given up by Pineda. Michael struck out 8, hasn't walked anybody. Mariner runs coming in the first inning and the 3rd inning. Miguel Olivo, a sacrifice fly to to center and one to right. Counting for the Mariner runs. Two and one to Ichiro, struck out looking and reached on an error by the shortstop Andrus. Got the Ichiro shift going again, shallow and towards the line and left.
We were talking about it earlier, Dave. I think it's the teams in the Mariners division that probably do that as exaggerated as you see that, how far Murphy is over towards the line. But the division, I don't think all the teams in the division do that.
Ichiro swing and a miss, struck him out. Heck of a pitch by Wilson. The A's do it, right?
Yeah, and the Angels do too.
Yep.
In fact, yeah, it might have been Socha that started it.
6 strikeout for C.J. Wilson.
And we see other teams they'll shift over, but not that drastically.
Or they'll do it after the first or second time he flips one out there.
Right.
These guys come out, hey man, we know the chart. We're playing right here. Figgins, a couple of runs scored tonight. 1 for 2. Through the middle, a base hit for Figgins, his second of the night. 2 for 3 evening for Figgins.
Playing Figgins over in the hole. The shortstop Andrus is, and this hits a ground ball right back up the middle.
That brings up Milton Bradley. He's dropped 2 bloopers into short right field. Figgins' batting average with those 2 hits up to 219 from 207 as Bradley takes ball 1. Got a piece of the catcher. Turrialba got that left hand. Ryan Gorman will give Turrialba some time to shake it off. Easier said than done.
Yeah, it's right on the thumb.
Built right center field. Figgins back safely. He's 3 out of 7 in base stealing. Two and 1. Mariners 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They have left 4. Rangers 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, both by Andrus coming in the 3rd inning. They've left 1 man on. Two and 2.
Eighty pitches now for Wilson. I think if Figgins wants to run, he's going to have to go on a first move, which is a guessing game. C.J. Wilson has a good move to first. I don't think you're going to be able to read it and get a decent jump. You just have to take off. It's almost standard now. That's the way everybody steals off the left-handers. You don't see many guys that try to read them anymore. Even guys that don't have a very good move over there, you should be able to read. It seems like from when we're watching them, as soon as that front foot, that right foot starts to move, they take off.
I think the one time Ichiro was caught this year, that's what happened, and Figgy's been caught a couple of times on that as well. Bradley's blooped a couple. Can he hit one hard? This one goes foul.
There aren't many left-handers. You can pick that right leg up, take a look at the runner, read it, and then, you know, throw to home. Most of the time they've made up their mind before they even move if they're going to go to first or come to home. It's too tough for them to try to read it, and that's why they guess on it. They're not worried about him throwing behind them because they get a look, an early look, and the runner takes off. There's not many lefties that can do that anymore. Typically when you see one, they're a soft toss and lefty, don't throw hard.
Runner goes inside, a throw, no chance as the pitch came inside. And Torrealba had a hard time throwing over Milton Bradley. Stolen base for Figgins, his 4th.
Well, it's not just that, but it's a nice jump again by Figgins. He takes off on the first move by C.J. Wilson, what we were talking about. And then you'll see this pitch is going to be well inside. Another look at, yeah, he takes off right away. He has that bag stolen.
Torrealba, and Milton did a good job getting out of the way, and that totally throws you off as a catcher. So Milton now 3-2, runner at second, 1 out. Runner goes again, swing and a miss, throw to third, he's in safely. Sean Figgins has stolen his way to third.
That's another thing that we've seen from the Mariners this year. They'll try to steal third as much as anybody in this league, and it's always a good idea, I think, to go on the next pitch. Catch him by surprise. You just stole a base, and now you're able to steal another one. Unfortunately, Milton strikes out, but Figgins is in there easily.
Here's the man of the night, Miguel Olivo. He's accounted for both runs for the Mariners, a couple of sacrifice flies.
Yeah, same combination. Figgins has scored both runs for the Mariners. He's going to have to do it with a base hit this time.
Strike one. C.J. Wilson, that strikeout of Bradley, his 7th against 1 walk. Giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Levo looking for his first home run here at Safeco. It's a strike. Both home runs in Detroit last week. Straight away for Miguel, who's 1-2 to Wilson. Breaking ball up, and Adam, he couldn't catch up to it. CJ with his 8th strikeout. Figgins, a good inning, a base hit, 2 stolen bases, but he's left stranded at third. 3-2 Rangers.
Their debut, it's Ichiro's Bleacheros, and apparently this concept has been in the works for a while. Carl, this is your brain trust. Why today? What spurred this?
Well, I've come to about 60 games a year, and we're always trying to find some entertaining way to keep ourselves occupied. I suggested that we bleach our hair blonde and then be Ichiro's Bleacheros. Well, my daughter, she had a better idea and got some blonde wigs for me my last birthday in July of last year. And so, well, I had 3 of them, and I bought a 4th one today and got my neighbor to come out and be Marilyn here today.
Yeah, that Marilyn is next to you. You are Peggy Sue. We have Inga in the braids and then the witch down on the end. And, of course, I don't fit in here at all because my hair's natural and not bleached. But, Dave, back upstairs to you.
Okay, thank you, Angie. 3-2 Rangers. I like his daughter got him the wigs. I thought it was a better idea. She was right. Swing and a miss to Andrus. The shortstop leading off. 1-1 the count. Michael Pineda struck out 8. At one point retired 10 consecutive hitters. Gave up a leadoff home run to Mitch Moreland back in the 5th. That's the difference right now. He pulls the string on Andrus. 1-2. Three runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Rangers. 2-6-0 for the Mariners. They've left 5 men on. Rangers have left 1. Breaking ball hit to the shortstop, Ryan. Chargers. Throws at the Texas shortstop. 1 out. Check out our high-speed pitch brought to you by Quest. 100 miles per hour for Michael Pineda. A not too shabby 93 for C.J. Wilson, but 100 mph. 13,896 on hand here tonight at Safeco Field. Michael Young does get through the zone, says Brian Corman. Strike 1. A couple of strikeouts tonight for Young on an 0-2 pitch, and in the third inning on a 0-2 pitch. Young behind that number again. Michael hit 2 bombs last night that stayed in the ballpark. 1 for 4 with an RBI. The Mariners have won 6 of their last 7. Texas has gone the other way. They've lost 7 of 9, and on the road they've lost 8 of their last 10. Different ball club away from their Rangers ballpark as that one goes down low. Rangers away from home 5 and 9. $11 and 5 at home. Fouled off by Young. Two outside. 6 start for Pineda. He's gone minimum 6 in all of these starts. His deepest was against Toronto back on the 12th of April with 7 1/3. To right center field, slicing away from Saunders off the plate on the 1 hop. Doesn't hit the cutoff man, but Pineda's there. Pineda angry with himself. Michael Young again goes right side. We always see him hurt the Mariners hitting the right center field.
And you can see this last pitch up. We talked about it earlier. That's a tough pitch to get to, but all those pitches to Michael Young were away. He was finally able to get on top of one of those fastballs and drive it into right center field.
Brings up Adrian Beltre, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Struck out looking his last time. Double to right in the first. So the Rangers put 2 on the board. Mariners answered with 1. Tied it in the 3rd, and Texas took the lead back in the 5th. That is playable for Ryan. Big 2 outs. Make sure you follow the Mariners with MLB.com at Bat11. It's a great app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. All you have to do is text @BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. 2 outs in the 6th. I'll bring up David Murphy, 1 for 2, picked up an RBI in the 1st, rounded out the smoke his last time up. Strikeouts for Pineda, same for C.J. Wilson. Wilson's walked 1. Pineda has yet to give up a free pass. It's behind Murphy now, 2-0. Yellow Oliva going out for a quick word.
We've seen him do this a number of times with Michael in all of his starts when he's been behind the plate. Sees a couple of pitches. He usually doesn't miss as badly as he did with the first 2. Go out there, settle him down again.
The thing we liked last time in Detroit, Pineda got in a little trouble, went behind the mound, gave himself a little talking to, came back out. Let's rock and roll. Not come back to Figgins. 2-1. $13,896. Series will wrap up tomorrow. First Texas visit of the season. Jason Vargas against Colby Lewis. 2-1 to Murphy. White Sox come to town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As we look at tomorrow's starters, Jason Vargas coming off his first victory. Coming up Friday, the White Sox are in town. Phil Humber threw a heck of a game against the Yankees about 10 days ago. Goes against Felix Hernandez. This one to deep left field. It's coming back towards Bradley. He's there, makes the catch. And Michael Pineda's through 6 innings. He's down a run, gives up a hit in the 6th. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Smoke, Custon, Wilson, 5, 6, and 7. Come on back to Safeco Field.
This one up. An update right now and a score within the division. We're going to go to the Bay Area where the A's are facing one of the hottest teams in baseball. A's right fielder David DeJesus supplying the offense. He goes deep, not once, but twice in the game. A's lead that right now in the 8th inning, 2-1. And right now, Boston being no-hit into the 6th. I don't mind jinxing it because, of course, I don't want the Angels to win. Dave, back to you.
Stop with the no-hit jinx stuff. You got to report it. Give me a break. Come on. 1-0. 1-0 that count as smoke. It's on the ground to Andrus, the shortstop. A combined no-hitter going on in Boston. So no score in that ball game. Santana, Thompson, and Downs have pitched for the Angels against the Red Sox, and they had a long rain delay. Swing and a miss by Cust. Jack a strikeout and a walk thus far. And Jack's gone on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 9. C.J. Wilson. And for C.J., his season high is 10 2 starts ago against Kansas City. Got 10 Ks in a 7-inning outing. He wins that game 8-7. Struck out 3 of the last 4 here against the Mariners. To Jack Wilson, hit into was raced in a double play after getting a 4th inning single to left. Only inning the Mariners have bunched up hits. They put 3 on the board in the 1st inning when they got the 1 run. The Olivo sac fly and then a sac fly in the 3rd from the go. 1 hopper to Andrus. And Wilson and the Mariners are gone 1-2-3. Here in the 6th. A 1-run advantage now for the Texas Rangers. Saturday is Pepsi Little League night at the ballpark. That's when the Mariners meet the White Sox, and all Little Leaguers take home a poster featuring Mariner first baseman Justin Smoak. For tickets to Little League night, visit mariners.com/tickets. Michael Pineda about to start the 7th inning. He'll face Torrealba, Moreland, and Davis, 6, 7, and 8 for the Texas Rangers. They lead after a leadoff homer in the 5th by Mitch Moreland. A deep right center field hit at 409 feet. 2 Mariner runs coming in, the 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. Miguel Olivo with sacrifice flies. His Rangers took a 2-0 lead. 1st inning with Beltre and Murphy picking up RBI. Torrealba tonight has struck out looking and bounced to second. Eight strikeouts for Pineda, no walks. Broken background ball to Jack Wilson. 1 out. Rally Fried time here in the 7th inning with 1 out for the Rangers.
That's exactly what Michael wants to see. A rally. We have Atina. She's 8 years old from Snohomish. Appreciate her bringing her sign. She's going to need some help with those fries, I think, by looking at the size of her. Parents will dig in.
Yeah. A little bit for everybody.
Well, they get some Mariners some runs. There you go.
First things first here with 1 out in the 7th. Mitch Moreland jumped on a first pitch fastball, crushed it right center field. Kid.
Enjoy.
Wolf knocked the helmet, the mask off of Brian Gorman. Boy, did he take a shot. The hazards of the business.
97 miles an hour.
Woof. Nice job by Olivo, 1 out. Give Brian a chance to shake it off. Tom Gorman, his dad, was a very good National League umpire for a lot of years. Back in Pineda's big league debut on the 5th of April down in Texas, Moreland tripled to dead center field in his first time up. Second time up, he doubled the center. Went 2 for 3. Fooled him and struck him out this time. So Pineda with his 9th strikeout. 2 outs here in the 7th. The 9 strikeouts matching Pineda's season best. He recorded that last time out against Detroit. C.J. Wilson also at 9 Ks. Swing and a miss by Chris Davis. Davis is K'd twice. On April 5th, Texas got 3 runs against Pineda in his 6 innings, and this one high and deep right center field, same place where Moreland went, yard, and Davis has done it on an 0-2 pitch. Got it out of here for a 4-2 Texas lead. The only difference was Moreland's home run might have been about 10-15 rows deeper, and the Texas Rangers, their 38th home run of the season.
When you throw 97 miles an hour in the middle of the plate and one of these big Texas Ranger hitters squares it up, it's going to go a long ways. Pineda supplying a lot of power. It's just a matter of whether you can square it up, and that's a mistake on an 0-2 pitch. Even with the stuff that Michael has, you can see Olivo set up off the plate away, and that ended up in the middle of the plate.
Broken bat foul ball off the bat of Bourboin. Starting today, the Texas Rangers were 2nd in the American League in home runs to the Yankees. Yankees with 46 home runs. Rangers now with 38. Look out.
Heads up.
Got a seat, thank goodness. These are the first 2 home runs given up in this young career for Michael Pineda.
And Michael, 95 pitches for him. The season high is 103.
And no action at the moment in the Mariner bullpen. The 0-2. Little looper in there, base hit. Two out, run in, runner on. Next Ticket Plus night of this season, except for tomorrow when the Mariners host these Rangers. Fans have the opportunity to purchase a regularly priced ticket in one of the select seating areas. Ticket will include a $5 free concession credit. Confession's a whole nother deal. To use towards food or merchandise at Safeco Field. To purchase your ticket plus a seat to Thursday's game, visit Mariners.com/specials. Chris Ray warming up. Carl Willis out for a word to Michael Pineda. Ron Washington called it. He's going to throw strikes. It's our job to hit strikes. And they've done a pretty good job.
Well, they have the last 2 hitters. Michael was able to get him in 0-2 counts. They came back with pitches on the plate. Ended up costing him a home run and then a base hit to the last hitter.
Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a flyout. Bone takes off. Throw by Olivo. Looks good. Got him. Miguel Olivo, cat quick behind the plate. Ends the 7th inning. Another run for the Rangers. Chris Davis, second Ranger home run tonight. Pineda and the Mariners trail by the count of 4-2. Cast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Some work to do for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing by 2. Michael Saunders, Brendan Ryan, and Ichiro 8-9-1 against C.J. Wilson, who struck out 9 and walked 1. Two home runs the difference here. Mitch Moreland and Chris Davis. A couple of big, strong left-handers have left the yard twice. It's Michael Pineda. to Saunders. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. Bouncing ball foul by Mike Brumley. Saunders with his 0 for 2 has fallen below 200. Started the day at 203. This at bat at 198. C.J. Wilson, he's retired his last 6 men. 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 10 for C.J. Wilson. That matches his season high from April 24th against Kansas City.
You see this from C.J. Wilson from time to time to left-handers. He'll drop down on this last fastball. Locks Michael up.
There's Brendan Ryan 0 for 2 tonight.
Chris Ray gets back up in the Mariners pen. So Michael's night is probably finished.
Made a couple home runs the difference. A leadoff home run to Moreland in the 5th. A 2-out solo blast by Davis in the 7th.
Now the difference too for him is Moreland's was on a first pitch fastball. You can live with that one. The 0-2 one is the one he's going to look back where I'm sure he'll feel like he made a mistake. He'll learn from it. Overall, still pitched well. I mean, we're nitpicking a little bit here, but
9 Ks, no walks.
Right.
Andrus ranging to his left. Nice play. 2 down. Turns in favor. He had grounded out earlier to the Mariners shortstop. Tired of paying those high gas prices? They relax and ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. 8 in a row retired by C.J. Wilson. Got the order in each row. Strikeout looking. Reached on an error by Andrus and struck out swinging. Flips it. Will it die? Will it die? Wow, that's a heck of a catch. Julio Bourbon not playing particularly deep. Great jump, great acceleration, and takes a base hit away from Ichiro as the Mariners are retired 1-2-3 here in the 7th inning. 9 set down in a row by C.J. Wilson. They lead 4-2.
Up as we head into the 8th inning. We wanted to give you an update on that Boston game. Remember, Boston being no hit through 6 innings, but the Angels have scored since the last time we updated you. And you would say, why would they take out Santana through 4 innings if he's got a no-hitter going 7 Ks? Well, there's a 2.5-hour rain delay. So again, right now 3 pitchers combining to throw this no-hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dave, back upstairs.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. As you look at Safeco Field from right field, where the Rangers have hit a couple of home runs, deep right center field, Moreland and Davis, that's the difference right now in this 4-2 game. Chris Ray making his first appearance since April 23rd. Top of the order here in the 8th. Kinsler, Anderson, Young. Outside. Michael Pineda's night is done after 97 pitches.
Really pitched well. 97 pitches, 77 of them for strikes, 9 strikeouts, no walks. As Dave has mentioned, a couple of solo home runs have hurt him in this game. Really pitched well again.
Sorry, Mike. 77 strikes.
77 strikes.
Boy, that is a great split. On 2 strikes to Kinsler. Oh, that bat dies. Woo.
I believe they call that kindling around here in the Northwest.
Oh, man. Wow. You want to call your distributor. Two. Kinsler tonight has struck out, grounded to third, fly to left. Chris Ray with these Rangers a year ago. And the count is run full. Green 2. Boston. Ray walks the first man that he faces. Brings up Elvis Andrus. Andrus tonight 1 for 3. Runs scored in the first inning. Kinsler will run. Second on the team in base stealing. He's 5 out of 7. Andrus, club leader, he's 8 for 8. There he goes. And Olivo can't hold on to it and a stolen base for Ian Kinsler, his 6th.
And it helps you have Andrus who can steal some bases, and he'll square around a bunt. No intention of bunting, but he ends up sticking the bat out in front of Miguel Olivo's face. Pulls it back in the last second. Sometimes they'll lose sight of the ball. You have to be so quick to throw out a base stealer that you'll end up dropping it, and that's what happened with Miguel.
Keep in mind, Andrus, good bunter. He showed that last night. Figgins in at third, lays down a beauty. Sacrifice, 5-4. So Ron Washington, they can play big ball and they can play small ball. For Andrus, that's his 4th sacrifice. That's a team leader. Chris Ray's faced 2 hitters, and he's in trouble with the runner at third with 1 out. And you got Michael Young at the dish. off night for Michael Pineda. Struck him out the first 2 times out, and then Michael did single to center on 2-2 pitches, 3rd time up in the 6th. Michael Young 1 for 9 against Ray, swinging a foul back. And that one got Gorman, ate him alive, got him in the chest area. Boy, he's taking one off the mask and one off the midsection. Swing, miss. Piece of Miggy's glove got him in a mask in the chest area. Good.
Well, that one looked like it was right on his chin.
Oof. What are the words of my friend Butch Beard, Louisville All-American? He can take a punch.
He has tonight.
Nick's working the baselines, feel pretty good, huh?
He'll be over down the third base line tomorrow and probably happy about it.
Infield in close. 0-2 to Young. Strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Chris Ray. 3rd K tonight of Michael Young. 2 outs here in the 8th.
And he comes back with another fastball. This one in the middle of the plate. Olivo wanted it inside. Not happy with himself.
2 outs. Beltre the hitter. RBI double in the 1st. Beltre just 1 for 6 against Ray. Talking to some of the Texas people, they say Beltre's already saved them about 10 runs playing at 3rd base. For the Rangers, I said, not a surprise. Not a surprise. 2-time Gold Glover up here with the Mariners. Kinsler at 3rd. And that one gets by, and they're waving on Kinsler, and he's going to score. 5-2 Texas.
And that one hurts.
Wild pitch.
Yeah, you end up striking out one of the better hitters in the American League to get your 2nd out. And then one goes to the backstop and costs you a run.
It's been a tough go here for Chris Ray and his Mariner tenure. He's 3-0 behind Beltre. Numbers not good. 1-1, a 14.21 ERA coming in at 6 1/3 innings. And a 4-pitch walk to Beltre. His 2nd walk of the inning. A run in, 2 outs here in the 8th, and the Mariners now down by 3. Here's a reminder: take your mom out to the ball game on Sunday. Mariners host the White Sox. First 10,000 Mariner moms receive a pair of Mariners earrings thanks to Trader Joe's. Tickets to the May 8th Mother's Day game at Safeco Field. Visit mariners.com/tickets. The runner at first for David Murphy. Ball 1. They're trying to find it. White Sox come in. Weekend series. They lost again tonight. 3-2 at home to Minnesota. One to Murphy. Strike called, 1-2. Ray with the Rangers and Giants last year combined for a record 5-0, 3.72 ERA. Did not make the postseason roster last year with the Giants. And that Chicago loss. How about John Danks, a guy that tortures the Mariners? He lost it. He's 0-5. White Sox are 10 games under 500. Ray not even close to sharp, 3-2. First appearance since April 23rd. Make that 24th. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and fouled out of play.
That gets tough at times too. The Mariners have been on a nice run, and so they're going with the standard guys. Get League and Wright. Paulie pitching quite a bit.
Laffey in there as a lefty.
Yeah, and then you have Chris, who's been out in the bullpen, hasn't pitched in 10-11 days. Wilhelmsen the same.
Runner goes on a 3-2 pitch. Dribbled to Jack Wilson. They'll go to the bottom of the 8th with the Mariners down 3. Wild pitch by Ray allows Kinsler to score. Big work to do for the Mariners. They've done it before, though. 5-2 Texas.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Mariners need 3 to catch up to the Texas Rangers. Baseball got its first no-hitter last night with Francisco Liriano. It will not get its second tonight. Salem, Oregon native Jed Lowry breaks it up with a clean single to right field. LA still on top, though, 2-0. Dave, back to you.
All right, thank you, Angie. C.J. Wilson into the 8th inning for the first time this season. He's gone 7 innings in his last 3 outings. He's got Figgins, Bradley, and Olivo, 2, 3, and 4. Mariners got to get some runs here as they're running short on time. Figgins had a good night. 2 for 3. Scored both Mariner runs on the Olivo sacrifice flies in the 1st and 3rd innings.
Also stolen a couple of bases in the game. .108 pitches after 23 in the first. He settled down and has thrown a nice ball game for the Rangers.
1-2 to Figgins. Inside. In the inning, the Mariners have bunched up hits the first inning. They got a run on 3 hits. Since then, solo hits in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. None the last 2 innings. Figgins on a hitting plate perfect. Moreland was right there. Take a look at our Home Depot doing more in defense. Talk about defense. You okay, Kent? You all right? You all right?
See if any of those bars are crooked. Yep.
There will be some Christmas cards and early Father's Day cards to his manufacturer of that mask. It's him. You okay? You're okay?
Yeah, he might have some soup tomorrow. His jaw's going to be sore, but he'll be all right.
I don't think he'll have to buy a round tonight. Tough go, boy, hitting the mask a couple of times. Milton Bradley is the hitter now, with Mariners down 5-2. A couple of bloop singles to right for Milton his first 2 times up. The 3rd time he struck out. Good night for Wilson. He struck out 10. And that 10 matches his season best from 24th of April against Kansas City. J. Wilson does not have a good road record. 4-8, a 3.79 ERA in 19 career starts. He has pitched really well tonight. The 2-pitch. Strike 3 called. Strikeout 11 for C.J. Wilson, a season best. He has really been dealing tonight.
Pretty good split. 115 pitches, 74 strikes, 41 balls.
He is one off his career best for strikeouts in a game. He got 12 against Baltimore last August 20th. Beltre, no problem. Look at that throw. He's something down at 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th go the Mariners to the 9th. A 5-2 Texas lead. Probably have some laughs pregame. Jack Wilson and Luis Rodriguez. No laughs here right now for the Mariners now, who trail the Texas Rangers by the count of 5-2. Tom Wilhelmsen, folks down at the hut in Tucson, they're psyched to see their guy on the mound. This will be his 7th game.
It's been a few days for Tom as well, 10, 11 days for him. ERA a little bit high, 7 2/3 innings for him, 8 strikeouts.
Wilhelmsen will get the face Torrealba, Moreland, and Davis. Tom pitched on the 23rd against Oakland. That was the last appearance for Chris Ray, who preceded Tom. His first go against the Texas Rangers. Oakland beat Cleveland tonight, 3-1. Trevor Cahill goes to 5-0. To Torrealba. Strikeout looking. A couple of groundouts to Jack Wilson at second. Michael Pineda started 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks, 9 strikeouts. He did give up 2 home runs, and those are the difference in the ball game. 2 of the 3 differences here in this ball game, and a 5-2 score. Fly ball right field, Ichiro is right there. 1 out in the 9th. Pat Casey and the 3rd-ranked Oregon State Beavers. They return to the Diamond this Saturday against number 21 California. Take on the Golden Bears. Catch all the action beginning at 1 p.m. here on Root Sports. Here's Mitch Moreland leading off the 5th. Just a gigantic bomb of a home run to deep right center field, about 15 rows back. That was off of Michael Pineda. 1 for 3 tonight. Felix Hernandez. Get to see him against the White Sox in a couple of days. Ozzie Guillen's team reeling. Vargas, he goes tomorrow. Eric Bedard coming off a nice performance last night. Doug Fister will see him Saturday against Gavin Floyd of the White Sox. Bedard will go Sunday on Mother's Day against Mark. Send him home early Burley. That is one fast worker. Three and 0. 4-pitch walk. Mitch Moreland.
That's what I was thinking about when you were talking about Brandon Phillips earlier. The throw between legs. Mark Burley. How about that one? But he used his glove. Remember that last year?
For opening day last year, 2 extraordinary plays. Don't try this at home. You'll get hurt. Davis struck out his first 2 times against Pineda. Then on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs in the 7th, he homered. Right center field. He skies this one left side. Milton Bradley saunters over towards the line. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 9th. Looking ahead, the Mariners will have Smoke, Custon, Wilson, 5, 6, and 7. On Washington. He's got double-barreled action out there. He's got the veteran Darren Oliver and the right-hander Cody Epley. They're down a couple pitchers in that bullpen. O'Day's out. And so is Neftali Feliz. Bullpen's been less than stellar in this run they're on. For Texas, they lost 7 of their last 9. Bouncing ball to Jack Wilson. He'll flip to Ryan. That'll do it for the Rangers here in the top of the 9th inning. Rally time for the Mariners. Trailed by 3. Good inning by Wilhelmsen. 5-2 Texas.
Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com, and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Dave, his fans, they want to see a comeback.
Why not? They're not alone. 5-2 Texas, bottom of the ninth inning. Justin Smoke, Jack Cuss, Jack Wilson against C.J. Wilson, who's yet to throw a complete game here in 2011. Last year, when he became a starter, he threw 3 complete games in his 33 starts. Strike one to Smoke, who's 1 for 3.
11 strikeouts for C.J. tonight, just for 1 walk.
Line drive, Kinsler puts it away, 1 down. Gonna bring up Jack Cust. He has not put the ball in play tonight. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Takes a strike. Strong outing by Wilson tonight. A run on 3 hits in the first inning. Since then, 1 run on 3 hits. He's now retired 13 consecutive hitters. Only runs for the Mariners tonight. Sacrifice flies by Olivo in the first and third innings. 2-2 to Jack Cust.
We saw this from the Rangers last year. Right now, Wilson with 122 pitches in the game. Last year, they extended their guys out as much as possible.
And the president of the ball club is
Mr. Nolan Ryan. When he's usually sitting down in the front row looking right at him, don't think about coming out of this game.
Because he's going to get out of the stance and push you right back on the mound.
That's right.
Full count to Cust, who struck out twice, walked once. Strike 3 call, 2 down. That is the 12th strikeout, and it ties the career best of C.J. Wilson. He matches what he did at Baltimore last August 20th. 14 in a row retired in a row by C.J. Wilson. 8 swinging and 4 looking. Mariners down to their last out. And this should do it. Andrus throws over, and that is your ball game. A complete game victory for C.J. Wilson. A 5-2 Texas win. Home runs by Moreland and Davis helped to break it open against Michael Pineda. Takes the loss. Pineda, he goes to 4-2. Wilson goes to 4-1.
And Pineda still threw the ball well. No run support for him tonight. It looked like the Mariners might get to Wilson. They were able to score a couple of runs in the first 3 innings. But after that, C.J. Wilson, one of the better left-handers in this league, settled down and threw a nice ball game.